How would you like to avoid penalties and interest on your taxes as an S-Corp? My name is Paul Vasquez with TaxLab, and you need to become an ethical millionaire. With an S-Corp, there is this thing called inside basis. Inside basis is the equity that you've built up in your company. Now, as an S-Corp, you have a tendency to maybe want to, I have a tendency to want to make sure that my business is stable, well-funded, that my assets outweigh my liabilities, and that balance sheet is solid. However, if you're an S-Corp owner, you may also end up taking distributions out of your business beyond what you're paying yourself as a W-2 employee. And that's just fine, except you don't want to zero out the total amount of equity that you've built up in that business, the total amount of goodwill. And you might look at it and you might look at that bank account and say, I have the money. But then if you look at those liabilities, if you have liabilities or depreciated assets, that may throw off what your bank account says versus what that inside basis is. And if that basis goes negative, that, if seen by the IRS, could be a sign that you're not really operating your business as a corporation. And they may indeed collapse your business into a sole proprietorship status or a partnership if there's more than one of you. And if that happens, they could decide that you were never a corporation to begin with, and that you and your partners should be paying self-employment tax and should have been paying self-employment tax. And if that indeed happens, they could give you interest and penalties going all the way back. And it could be an ugly fight. It could be a big issue. So you want to protect your inside basis more than protecting you against fines, penalties, and interest with the IRS. It also helps you maintain a healthy balance sheet and a healthy business. You don't want to go upside down on that, especially in an S-Corp. And so you kind of want to take a look and watch that basis. For more tips and tricks on ideas on how to protect that inside basis, join us at taxlab.club, and I wish you all the success.